Hello everybody, this is Renal from Financially Fit Life. My question today is the thought of retiring without having sufficient savings frightening you? Now if you look at the stats, the South African Reserve Bank has indicated that less than 3% of South Africans can retire comfortably without having to drop their living standards significantly. And retirement isn't only an issue in South Africa, it's becoming a bigger and bigger issue worldwide. People often think of retirement as that is something that will still happen in the future, and I really don't have to worry about it now. I will start worrying about it when I get to 50 or 60. I can now just live comfortably, and that is a problem for another day. The truth is that whatever you are doing today and the financial decisions you are making today do have a direct impact on your retirement in the future. If you just think about the timelines, people who lived in a few decades ago, they probably finished matric and then they started to work and worked up until age 65 when they retired. So from about 18 up until 65, gave them roughly 47 years that they could use to save for retirement. In those days, people lived up until the age of more or less 75, meaning that they had 10 years after retiring at 65 that they had to provide for. But they had 42 years that they could save up the amount that has to last them for 10 years. But if you think about what is happening today, a lot of people first go to college or university after school or taking a gap year, and people start working on average at age 23 more or less. Now already people are losing about 5 years there where they could have potentially saved up for retirement. So now it is bringing the period that they can use to save for retirement up until age 65 down to about 42 years. And what's also happening today, which is more frightening, is that people tend to live a lot longer. It easily happens that people live up until age 95 or even older. That means that your retirement savings have to last for at least 30 years, from age 65 to age 95. But you only had about 42 years that you can build it up. And that is where the scary part comes in. Now, what do you need to do about retirement? Retirement is something that you need to start off as early as possible. Don't think it is something that you can leave for another year or 2 years. Start today, even if you just put something small away, but at least start building up some retirement savings. Then you also need to review your retirement plan on an annual basis. Because your circumstances change from year to year, and your retirement savings that you would need at the retirement age would no longer be the same. So it is something that you need to go sit down and think about on a regular basis. You need to calculate how much do you need by retirement age in order to carry you through retirement. And once you know what that figure is more or less, you need a plan to get you to where you need to be at that age. So the most important thing is that you are starting to create assets and to add assets to your wealth portfolio that can generate income for you after retirement. Now remember, you do not only have to rely on a pension fund or a retirement annuity for retirement. There's a lot of other assets that can form part of your retirement pool. Something like properties, having additional properties that you can earn rental income from after retirement, and that can help you to create a monthly income, as well as other investment types. But first of all, start by knowing how much you would need to retire comfortably. Second of all, have a plan how you are going to get there. And thirdly, start by taking action to create sufficient retirement savings for you that will last and that will help you to survive throughout retirement. Because the last thing that you would wish for yourself is to work hard for your whole life and to get to retirement and not having sufficient funds to have a proper standard of living.